somehow my phone took a dump on me and cut off the last show, so we're starting over. And fortunately, I wasn't too far into the last show, so I guess hopefully you guys are still around. Uh, I think what I need to do is figure out a way to reach out to people and say, I'm going to be doing a show, come and hang out, so it's not so random. Um, I think it's nice when there's a lot of friends hanging out, and we're kind of having a good time together, good chat and stuff. And I'm not just talking into the abyss. um, I'm not going to use that one. I think I only had like one person watching on my last earlier when I was doing this. Wow, man, and I had such a great speech, and then it's lost. Gosh, can I replicate that speech? I don't know. No, I didn't give it a great speech. I was just shooting the breeze, as I am wont to do. I was talking about the comic book and my updating my website to get the social media link on there. Talking about different projects, different directions. I think I've mentioned before, like when you're a freelance artist, you got your own projects, and then you've got commissions. I have a couple commissions kind of in the pipeline. They're the clients aren't quite ready to start, so I'm gonna switch back over to my project here. One, make sure you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll back out a hair. But one of the exciting new client commissions is doing storyboards for a Netflix pitch. So I just happened to find out, not like sort of over the summer, that one of my clients is actually a TV writer producer, and I didn't know that. Anyway, we just kind of were hanging out at the bar a while back, and somehow or other he came up. He was mentioning my Netflix pitch, and I'm like, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? And so blah blah blah. An hour later, I'm I'm the guy that's going to do the storyboards for his Netflix pitch. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, the story, it's not my story or whatever. It's not one of these degenerate Netflix stories that are like, lefty, anti-white garbage. It's more of a fun. I'm not going to talk about, of course, what it is, what his idea is, but it's much more fun. It's something that would be like fun for teen audiences. It's got like a really clever mashup concept. It should be kind of fun to work on. I might have talked about this previously in like other shows, but I always have to sort of know where the camera is. So right about here. So what else? Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm curious about getting my foot in the door with Netflix. I did some research on what it takes to do a Netflix pitch. it's not brain surgery. There's methods and protocols, you know. The funny thing is, like last, I don't know, 2 months or whatever, I spoke to the client and I'm like, hey, let's get started. Let's, do this thing. And he said, oh, it's everything's shut down because of the writers block, or not writers block, the writers strike. And I'm like, you know. So it was a little frustrating, but whatever. So that's over. Yada yada. We'll see what's next. We all know, pretty clearly that they're not gonna. How do I say? They're not going to go for like a story that I would, you know, uh, a normal story that I would do. But there's the thought that if I could kind of get in the door, and maybe that could lead to other opportunities. Uh, I mean, ultimately, just making enough money to make something that is white positive, that has some form of cultural activism, I think is, just to have the money to do that is significant in itself. So you're kind of, that's sort of the strategy that I'm kind of talking about, is potentially, pulling something like that off. Uh, I'm not holding my breath. It's just a potential. It's a future potential. Certainly, there'd be a lot of money to be made. So, like, you can't complain about that. Let's see if there's anyone here yet. Who do we got? Who do we got? It's a little early for the show. Live chat. All messages are visible. If you want to say hi, let me know you're there. And also, honestly, if you have some other idea for music, that's totally fine. This is just kind of non-obtrusive. I'm actually not super in the mood for jazz right now, but I just know that I can focus on my work and not have to get up every 3 minutes because there's a stupid commercial or something. So these faces here, which I believe you can see. Okay, yeah. They are the new replacements. They're like the replacement superheroes for MAGA Force. And they are, you know, not all of them are good guys. It's this is sort of a psyop going on here where the original MAGA Force died in a tragic accident, which wasn't an accident. And then, never worry, we've got the new diversified MAGA Force coming, folks. And just in time, America, representing all the colors of the rainbow. So there's some good guys in here and some bad guys in here. And until you kind of read the story, you don't know who you can trust. You can probably do a little bit of a physiognomy check on some of them. But There's another thing too is that I'm not trying to make characters that are cookie cutter bad guys. They're complex people. I want this to be a good read above all. Um, I want to show complexity in the characters. I want to show conflict where you have a character, for example, who he's kind of from the street. He doesn't really have allegiance to America or anything. He's just kind of out for himself. But he's not a bad person in general. Like he's not. He's got a decent heart. He's a loyal friend. He's tough. He's rough around the edges, but not a bad person. So, what would a guy like that do? In any given situation, where let's say he sees that he has to make a moral or ethical choice about is he going to look out for his own interests, or is he going to do what he's supposed to do as a superhero? That kind of thing. That's a little like I think there's parallels between this story and The Boys. I don't want to draw huge parallels, but they exist. They're there. Um, I would have liked The Boys way more if it wasn't so perverted. There's some just disgusting sexual shit in there, and there's some weird, gross shit. I'm not a fan of Garth Ennis. He's a creep as far as I'm concerned. Like he's just a guy that I don't know how to say that. I've said this a lot on like Imperium Art and other places that it's easy to create modern media because all you have to do is be offensive. All you've got to do is break all the conventions of like what's good and what's moral and what's decent. That's like shooting fish in a barrel, To so I think that the majority of the audience of this show is going to certainly know what I'm talking about. I might, I'm not going to take everything away from him in terms of like he has some merits as a writer, but I'm really turned off by people that you know make a whole living off of just being extremely offensive. There was something a little bit funny about this militiaman graphic novel. I was showing the pages to a friend who is into comics and stuff, and this guy he's is a little leans towards the liberal side, and but he, I respect his opinion on comics and stuff. It's whatever. So I show him the pages, and he's looking through it, and he's kind of like anxiously looking, and finally, like the first thing that he says to me is, "Are there only white people in this story?" And I was like, oh, I was sort of like weirdly taken aback by that. Like, what kind of a question is that? I at first I was like, why can't we have our own stories? I didn't say that, but it just struck me how amazing how his radar was like immediately tuned into, we got to make sure that you're not like letting the white people have all the glory, or all the camera, or this or that. It looking back, it pisses me off like hugely that he said that. I don't sort of blame him per se, because how people are brainwashed, but I wish I had something more clever to say to him at that moment, though. I just was a little shocked, I guess, kind of thrown off a bit. Okay, we're back. Good God. This is so annoying. I apologize so much for that. I'll see if I can delete that frozen bit when I get this show done. Are we still? Yes, we are still live. Hello. Thanks for your patience, guys. Actually, this is the second time around doing a show because the first one locked up and I had to like shut the whole thing down. So, color me annoyed. Yeah. I'm shooting from my phone, so, and I'm obviously looking at the artwork, so I don't honestly know what's going on with the phone. I have to kind of keep looking up there and make sure that it's cool. But well, we're back. Hollandier is going to be on my show. We're working out some schedules. It's going to be great to get your music out there. And I feel bad. I feel like, how come I haven't had you on my channel? And, you know, you're really well known in our sphere. And like it just seems odd that I haven't had you on. This particular character here, her superhero name is Vexed, and she's kind of like can like cast hexes on people, sort of like magical curses, and she's very hot-headed, mean-spirited, loud kind of person. Someone you might meet in an airport or a supermarket. Um, Someone who might be looting stores, if there were a emergency going on. That's the other thing about it is that the media kind of always portrays people in a very safe and sanitary way, and like it never reflects the realities that we live in. There's good and bad people, right? And it's not whatever, but there's a certain type of person that we never really see this person represented truthfully in entertainment, and that I can think of anyway. I mean, if they are represented, they're made to be like, I don't know, the star or something. It's really tricky to draw small like that. You got to be very really sensitive. But so what's going on with you guys? What's shaking? You navigating social media okay these days? These almost look like mug shots, you know? Yeah, so I don't watch my streams, you know. I might catch a little bit of it just so that I know or get a sense of like, oh, how did that sound? What have you. But like the other day, I was checking it out again and kind of thinking, yeah, you know, this is kind of relaxing actually. You know, I can see why you guys stick around. That's pretty nice. Once again, though, it feels like I should have some music on because it gets pretty dry without any music. Any recommendations? Let's see what you guys have to say up there. Comfy line, no, I don't see any comments. Well, let me jump and see about putting some tunes on. Okay, tunes. Here we go. Oh, last night I was talking a bit, some original Donald Kent pieces. That is a good suggestion. Maybe I could do that. All right, let me go see what I've got. Okay, hold on. I've got a music playlist at my site. Probably just let it go, let it run. Let you guys enjoy that. Maybe turn it up a bit. There we go. And this is a book that I got recently. I've been talking about this study of Vril. I have other books that are better than this. I kind of regret getting this. It's not bad, but you can get all the same information on YouTube. But it's highly enjoyable. So I've got a bunch of new songs that I'm working on, and I just spoke to some musician friends of mine, you know, about helping out with recording. You got to write the songs before you can record them, so you know, like it's gonna take a minute, you know, but. Something's wrong when you see my good as your evil. You know what I mean? This one is too wet. I need a drier one. Hold on. There we go. was very popular when it came out. Actually, spoke to George Freud, the musician on that piece, not long ago. Gotta get back in touch and do some music together. This one is more of a live rock experience. Become Who You Are. Yeah, I have no idea how good the audio is coming out on your end, but not to fight, choose to lose. How are we doing up here, guys? That song is so good. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thanks. Just kind of noticed something about myself that, like, I don't know, like there were a number of events that happened that kind of beat me down, and I just choose not to let that continue, not to let that happen. And what that boils down to is getting back to making good art and music. I've gone crazy living too long on the brink. It's interesting when you're performing a piece, it's like juggling while you're on a unicycle. You know, you're playing guitar and singing, but you're trying to emote, you know, like really get the emotion across and be creative all at the same time. It's really something, you know. You have to hit a flow state. You have to kind of surrender to it in a sense. That's its own topic. But whenever I listen to this, I think, like, you know, I'm just paying attention to the little nuances in the vocals, and you know, is the guitar playing okay? So what's going on here? Hooray! Franklin's back. Ferdebach, Don's Music and Art. Yes. Okay, good to have you guys here. Oh no, it's freezing again? No, it's not. Okay, because I can see it on my phone. But this freezing phone crap. To be honest with you, I've noticed some funky behavior in my phone, like just today, that never happened before. Oh. want to ask whoever is screwing with my phone to just give me a break while I'm doing these shows. Make sure you guys see what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. So this is the same song as before, Become Who You Are, but it's just me and an electric guitar. And the neat thing is I was borrowing a friend's Fender. Fenders have a unique flavor to them.
Choose not to fight, you choose to lose. The time for talk is over. We are the new Knights Templar. Check the modern world. Become who you are. Become who you are.
So obviously this character is meant to look really unhealthy and kind of old. It's not that he's terribly old, but his soul is rotten.
Democracy is dead.
When I can always bring it.
Call out the enemy, and they'll
Call you a bigot.
but they must have no power. Not in our hearts. We left their world.
In his heart.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I've gone a little crazy, living too long on the brink. Time for talk is over. We are the new Knights Templar. We check the modern world. Become who you are. Become who you are. Imperium is coming. The future is ours. Imperium is calling. The future is ours. It's ours. The time for talk is over. We are the new Knights Templar. Recheck the modern world. Become who you are.
Wow. That was really a great song to do live at the first WAC Music Festival. It was like a pretty epic moment for me. Should I make the music louder, or is it okay for you guys? Do- Yeah, I saw something interesting. I guess it was on, I don't know where it was, but anyway, Yuri Brezhnev, I think is his name. You guys would probably know him. He's been memed a lot. He was an Russian KGB who defected in the 80s, and he has this lecture of like how communist infiltration works, and it goes through a pretty detailed description of their processes, etc. And why did I bring that up? Making music and art, you can become an influencer, through the virtue of the quality of your art, what you say. Obviously, you have to have people listening to your work to become an influencer. But the point I'm making is that the part of the communist infiltration is to get cozy with the influencers, invite them to parties, and kind of become friendly with them, gain their trust, give them special perks, and gently guide them towards socialism. That's essentially what he was explaining in his lectures. And I found that very interesting because really it's a testament to how what people believe, in a sense, is reality. Why are they trying to control what we say on the internet? Why is censorship an issue? Why do they control Hollywood and the newspapers and the academics and on and on and because if you control the mind and you control people and reality per se. I mean, even so far as there, like this narrative that you can be any gender you want. And this is fucking insane. Total insanity. But that shows the extent of the power of belief. So again, you can see this is the same song. This one's with a live band though, so it's more raw. If I were to ever like, really go full throttle with my music and publish say a CD or something, and then try to do live shows and stuff, it that's a full-time job plus. Anyway, what's next? Let's see what you guys are saying over here. We say no. I like it. Okay, sounds good here. Your neighbors need to hear yeah. You know what? My neighbor next door he loved it when I had a band and we had band practice here. I mean, he was so into that because the music is just, blasting out of the windows. Anyway, let's see. The music seems fine level-wise. Quality is good as it gets on phone mic, yeah. Also, the Whackfest performance of yours was phenomenal. I wish I could have seen it in person. I'm extremely grateful for you saying that. That means a lot to me. Franklin says, still a good song years later. Wow, I feel good, guys. Thanks. I appreciate you guys a lot. Wake up the normies and prepare for glory. Let's grind Marxism into dust. Don't give up the fight. The West is the best. Shooting all tonight. Don't give up the fight. The West is the best. It's okay to be white. Who would ever think that saying it's okay to be white is like controversial? So that's insane. We say So, like, it's one thing if you say hang up a flyer that says something, you know, frankly racist or like hateful or something. That's one thing. But to just simply say it's okay to be white, like people lose their minds, like the old Joker meme, and everybody loses their minds. How in the fuck did we get to that place, where that's controversial? Crazy. Make sure you guys see what I'm doing here. What's going on? Still good song. Would you say that you could determine that someone is likely a good singer just based off of how their voice sounds in a conversation? That's a fascinating question. That is really an interesting question. And I'm gonna say, because I have thought about that, and there's been many occasions where I would say, you know, hear an interview with a singer that I like, and they'd be like, "What? Like that's your voice?" And wonder like where does that great singing voice come from? How is it that you got such a kind of meh voice, but yet your singing's so honestly not really. It's actually a little hard to tell. Um, on the other case, there's times when you're like, oh wow, like she's got a really pretty voice. I bet she's it would be really nice to hear her sing or something like that. I can you can probably think of a few cases. Anyway, it's an interesting question though. I had some people disavow me for this song because I was explicitly saying things like the Goyim no. I like that line. Bigotry only refers to people like me. Fragility only adds insult to injury. stand with me, restore your ancestors' dignity. Sympathy, not as cheap as it used to be. Empathy is the trap you're in endlessly. Stupidity, believing strength in diversity. Now you see, all you need is your family. Wow. That's a pretty serious song. Let's see what the comments are here. Great question. Some have their natural voice that sounds great singing. Some people have very deep and unique sounding voices. Vardabach says, and then some have great singing voices, but it's not quite their natural voice. Very, very true. Like Steve Miller, a natural, great singing voice. Very true. He's got a real silky voice. I recently saw like a documentary on Steve Miller. It's kind of neat. What was I gonna say? So this song here was they're like audio clips from my interview on No White Guilt, which is when I was kind of a minor e-celeb in the back in, I don't know, 2017 or something, 18. Getting on No White Guilt show was a pretty big deal for me. I was really happy about that. And then the musical accompaniment production is by Syntheside, which it's amazing, like it's super awesome. And then I did the video for it, so if anyone ever get a chance to see the video, let me know what you think. So this is a critique of the art world and how it functions to rewrite our identity, to remove us from our history. I'm here to explain how white art is dissident art. How the art world is radical leftism. And just today I got an email from a local art organization that does like grants and things. I'm on like their list, email list, and they posted a new video at their YouTube something. And it's, just a bunch of different interviews from various gallery owners that are associated with with this organization, curators, people who are in charge of giving away funding to local artists. And on every single one of them, or at least 90% of them, are these kind of like liberal white women who always have to say that everything is about, representing the underrepresented, and all just the classic Marxist talking points, and just making it like very fucking clear that if you don't align with our shitty politics, then fuck off. And I wrote a little like message on their YouTube presentation saying, if the galleries and the source for money is dictating the themes and the politics of the artists, then are you not like interfering with the vision of the artists? I haven't checked to see what the answer is yet. Yes, rest in peace, Syntheside. That's sad. So this, I'm trying to read. Wow, you guys have a lot of comments here. Give me a second. Some people have da da da. Steve Miller, my voice. Hollandier says my voice is Gilbert Gottfried with a less maligned heritage. Yeah, well done. Well, we'll hear your voice when you come on my show soon, buddy. I can't wait to have you on. Maybe get a voice filter, make it deeper or something. Vardabox says, I found the No White Guilt right about when it was last year of the garage party on Fridays. So, what else? Franklin, oops, oh geez. Yeah, RIP legend. Okay, Franklin says, I saw a Synthesized sticker in Lexington, Virginia. Wow. Nearly 2 years ago. Still have no idea who put it there. That's freaking sick. I love it. Still waiting for Hollandier and Mimir Part 2. So, Hollandier, you've collaborated with some people. Who have you, just in the chat, if you don't mind kind of mentioning, like, who you've done collaborations with? It's an acoustic song I wrote. The lyrics are by Nullis. Oh, no. This is my Christmas song. Sorry, that's a different song. I apologize. But this is kind of a sad song, though. Oh well, I guess we're gonna get sad. Embrace the sadness. Pencil sucks. Counting down the days of anticipation, killing us, catching the snowflakes, so that we're chilling us. Okay. Christmas decorations everywhere made the world aglow. Still haven't lost that innocence I felt so long ago. But now I've grown older with financial fears. It's getting colder and colder this time of year. Maybe it's time to put away childish things. Now, maybe later. For now, I'll sing Merry Christmas to my people, wherever So that song was for a Christmas song contest for the White Art Collective some years ago.
Alright, I'm gonna play a song.
And here comes another
called
song.
My Truth.
But anyway,
It's the studio version is on my YouTube channel.
let me let this
So
play out a little
this
bit.
one
Hold on.
goes out to my friends at
Shit.
White Art Collective and No White Guilt.
Okay, so anyway,
My Truth.
my truth. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that, I did that song. I was really kind of new to the White Art Collective. I hadn't, I don't know, it was just like a new thing for me. And at the time, I think, like, I had no idea how to traverse being in the dissident right and, like, what to say, what not to say, who to tell, what I'm doing, who not to tell. Da, 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 da. I was just kind of naive and innocent in a way. And so I sent that song off to a friend that I grew up with who I'd been in bands with, and I was a very, very, very close friend since like 6th grade. And you know, he just like he got really mad about it and stopped talking to me. And I of course told the people in the White Art Collective like what had happened with that Christmas song, and it's not horribly. I don't know. I'm saying Merry Christmas to my people, and Western civilization, something nice. It's mostly like a biographical song about my family experience. I was really hurt and shocked at that reaction. It was my first wake up call to what assholes liberals are and how they can take a lifetime of friendship and family and throw you under the bus because of their brainwashing. I'm not thrilled with this particular version of the song, but whatevers. That's how it goes sometimes. Let's see what you guys are saying. Having a great conversation in here. Well, I'm hard at work. Okay, what do we got? What do you got? Hey, Imperial Crusaders here. Hey, Hippocratic Oath is here. Good to have you guys. Stickers. Let's see. Whack has had some incredible collabs for sure, no doubt. Hollandier says, I've done several with Mimir Brunner, who originally contacted me about using one of my pieces. I can't recall if Phil, the High Operator, and Rise, the Videomancer, asked me to compose. How it started. Cool stuff. We'll have to look at that. Or we'll play that when you're on my show. Hollander says I have collaborated with Olivia Key. Now, Olivia Key is wow. Like, wow. Other level. She's next level. Great, great songwriter. Whom I knew a few years before discovering Whack. I drew a silly paint drawing as a cover for her Clown World parody song. I remember that, yeah. I mean, I know the art, I should say. She's just such a sweetheart. Let's see, Hollandier singing on my Eternity piece. Hollandier, I also collaborated with Hyrith, lending her voice to Blood of Spring. Her voice is otherworldly. I'm just always in love with it. Robert Pyle is here. I was just watching your last video. I missed the last couple of ones you did. I'm trying to get back into the flow, Robert, so, stay tuned. Amalek and Sebastian Vilmark have tried to collaborate with me, but I'm stubborn, ignorant, and those attempts have fallen through, unfortunately. Though I remain a big fan of both. Those guys are epic. I mean, those guys are like giants, I think, in our scene. Their music, etc. Vardabach says your cover of the Who song is great too, Don. Hey, cool. Geez, I don't even know if that's still on, like if that's on my my channel or not. My laptop is wondering if I'm still listening, so I'm gonna go click yes, and then we'll get back to this in a minute. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Good to have you around. Let's see what we got.
Welcome to American Zarathustra.
Yeah.
I've got a song I'm working on.
Ooh.
I wanted to share it with you guys.
A love
Get
song.
your opinions. Just,
It's a love song.
part of the process. Help me out a little
Okay.
bit.
I really butchered what's going on here. Your cover of the Who song, yes. Yeah, sorry about the long-winded. Dude. This is us hanging out, man. Just talk as much as you like. I really butchered her voice with my poor mixing skills on Eternity. It's one of my biggest embarrassments. Well, I don't think you can butcher her voice. She's Hyrith. This isn't the greatest performance either, but try to enjoy it if you can. This won't come through. So I sat down with my guitar. I wrote so far. This guy is this guy. I really like that right there. Dancing on the clouds. Open my eyes again. So I don't know if that's gonna work. I feel like I'm gonna have to erase this one part and redo it. So I don't know. See what. That's not really confident about that. So I'm gonna hang tight.
So I take a chance 'cause I think I know. It's better to have loved and lost, so here I go.
It's better to have loved and lost.
No matter love you like I do. Through thick and thin, I'll stay true. So fly up in the sky, be free. Maybe you come back to me. I love you. I really do.
This song, like I had just written it, and like when you write a song, you should play it a bunch of times until it kind of like you get rock solid with it. Here I'm still sort of kind of searching around for the vocals and the melody, and it's not a great performance because of that, but sometimes I just get like so anxious, like, oh my god, I wrote a new song, I gotta get it out. That's not the right way. The other crazy thing is I'm looking at buying a new guitar. A buddy of mine, he's on Facebook. I got kicked off Facebook, but I guess there's like Facebook Marketplace or something like that, where there's like phenomenal deals on really great guitars. So he keeps sending me, like, how about this one? It's only 200 or da da da. And, I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
Hey guys, welcome back to American Zarathustra. Welcome to my studio. This is an oil painting I did some years ago. I guess I would say it basically symbolizes internal struggle.
It symbolizes internal struggle. What a pretentious thing to say.
I'm going to play for you. This is a song.
Alright, I'm gonna have to move the phone a little bit. Let's see what you guys are talking about in here. Oh, I just did that whole thing off camera. Go song. Oh, not much. Okay. Oops. Zoom out of here. So we can get the bottom here a bit. Above the civilized world it rules, until all those 95 fools. Animal man, you live in the jungle. Doggy dog, you won't live long to see the point of your struggle. Only difference between you and me, you're dying to live free. You're dying to live free. Walking among the human sheep, it's easy to dream when you're always asleep. Give me liberty or give me death. Hard to breathe without any breath. Greatest trick is to control yourself, but the Jews control everything else. Do you serve the body or the soul? Taking flight or digging a hole? You're dying to live free. You're dying to live free. Pretending, keep pretending you're not near the end. Pretending, keep pretending you're not near the end. I have like so many better versions of this song. Maybe I'll have to redo it and delete this one or something. Alright, what's going on? Maybe I'll bring it up here. Now this is the song that Nullis wrote the lyrics. It's, we were kind of just starting to get to know each other. And, so I guess there's a sort of a Donald Kent Nullis lore, from all the work we did for and with the White Art Collective over years. We've never met each other face to face, and it's funny because people are like, "What? How could you not? I can't believe you never met Donald Kent."
As the years went by, everything changed. The man grew old and he felt caged. Drinking his coffee, cursing his youth. He started to read and discover the truth. It was straightforward, simple and true. Logically sound, instinctive too. The world he knew was explicitly dead. Looking out his window confirmed what he read.
It's too dry.
Action was needed.
He was one man.
What could he do?
He made a plan.
He closed all his doors. He stepped outside. A few moments later, his fears subside. Plan was simple, nothing too grim. Simple become on a whim. Hastily written with no time to waste. Simple words that read, I will not be replaced. I will not be replaced. That fateful morning, the group walked by, blocking the path they occupy. Hysteria, hatred, filling their veins. The leader is haughty, derides and complains. This world is different, you don't belong. We'll call the cops, and you'll be strong. Realizing it was far too late, the world they remember was just a dreamscape. The police arrived, see the placard, look at the man, hey, where's your card? The words are forbidden by the great hive. Sir, you have violated Rule 45. In a dimly lit room, nothing the same, sitting alone, legs to a chain. In a small country not too far away, a man sits alone waiting his last day. Action was needed, he was one man. What could he do? He made a plan. He closed all his doors and stepped outside. A few moments later, his fears subside. The plan was simple, nothing too grim. Simple placard, all on the whim. Hastily written with no time to waste. Simple words that read, I will not be replaced. No, I will not be replaced. No, I will not be replaced. No, I will not be replaced. Never.
Nolis really likes that one, so I'm really grateful. It was a neat kind of start to our friendship. Um, I mean, we were kind of cut from the same cloth in a lot of ways. Just certain aspects of our personalities. What's really funny though is there was somebody who watches my show that was saying I can't tell the difference between your voices. So I made some jokes like, oh, I'll be like your stand-in or whatever. I'll, pretend to be Nellis and something, Just funny stuff. There certainly is, you know, similarities. This one I want to turn up louder, so hold on a sec. It's actually a John Lennon song. That's as loud as it'll go. Nothing at all. What do you use to set up your camera? It's just one of these like wire thingies that you hook the camera on. It's nothing fancy. It's got a little clamp. Ulfric is here. Howdy, Don. Good evening, everyone. How goes your Tuesday? this guy is one of my really good friends, Ulfric. So, hail Ulfric. So, like a glass hero is something to be. Like a glass hero is something to be. When they expect you to pick a career. Clever and classless and a working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. There's a room at the top they're telling you still. First you must learn to smile as you kill. If you want to be like the folks on the hill. Ooh, you see the willies at the end there. Wow. So what's next? I got a trouble song coming up. I wonder if it'll play. It will play. This song is gonna get me in a lot of trouble. It's a cover song by a special girl. You'll recognize it very soon. So special. Why can't we talk about the Jews without getting kicked off of YouTube? Now I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I kinda really wanna know why. There's all these conspiracy theories, and the more they talk, the more I think they're right. But I can't even listen to the convo, can't have the conversation without getting cancelled by the left and the right. Why can't we talk about the Jews? You guys remember this song? Without getting kicked off of YouTube. I really am not trying to be rude, but why can't we talk? Why can't we talk? Why can't we talk about the Jews? I'm definitely gonna have to delete this video now. but it's all right. We're just spending special time together. Don's Christmas version of Imagine. Yeah, I did a version of Imagine. Hold on. Shut your file. I don't want to hear your commercials. No. Turn that off. So yeah, I did a version of Imagine. It's on, what do you call it? It's on BitChute. It's really beautiful. It's a very very heartfelt, sad, powerful song. But there's just some people that just want us to be erased, and they hate us. So like they don't feel the way we feel. Anyway, moving on here. So Hell Ulfric, King of Skyrim. Let's see. Robert says, "Is it something like a gooseneck that you use?" Yes, yeah. Which is probably why it's kind of bouncing around. I probably just have to invest some money in something a bit more decent, which I really should because I'm going to be doing more shows. Let's see. Imagine. This one's a doozy too. Yeah, I caught flack from all. Wait, it caught flack from the all-seeing eye. Yes. Um, since I'm, how do I say it? It's my. On my computer using my YouTube. It doesn't censor the videos that I unlist. You know how you can unlist videos so the public cannot see them. So there's that. I do have like a playlist of just playlist songs like Fash Wave and shit. So I think I'll put that on in a second. The show's really been going kind of long. Maybe I should wrap it up here. Yeah, maybe I'll wrap it up, guys. Thanks so much for coming. It was a good time. Thanks again for joining me. Stay cool and don't fall for any psyops. All right. God bless.